Hey, Powerstroke. So we just got done with our first successful 6-week block, and something that we're trying to bring to you as coaches and leaders is to let you know where our head's at and where we want to go and what we're going to be doing each 6-week period or whatever that block may be programmed at as such. So coming into block number 2, this is going to be a 6-week block, and what I want to give you guys is just a little bit of an oversight of why we're doing what we're doing and what we're looking to accomplish. That way you guys know what's happening throughout. So this stuff that we're doing is 100% not random. A lot of thought goes into this, and the more that you know what we're doing, the more you can buy into the program and show up on the days like those damn 400-meter repeats that you don't want to, because you know it's progressing into something that is going to help you out in the long run. So starting out in the 6-week block, our strength development. So what we're going to be using is we're going to be using our front squat and our deadlift as our main strength components here, and we're going to be doing more or less higher reps with moderate weight, working on holding good positions and your repeatability under fatigue with a relatively high heart rate. We're actually going to use EMOMs. We're doing quite a bit of EMOMs in this structure, but we're going to be using some EMOMs to accumulate volume and hold you guys on pace with both the front squat and the deadlift. The deadlifts are going to be touch and go, so that way you're spending more time under tension and getting you to understand how to actually load your legs rather than just start doing good mornings where you're doing touch and go deadlifts during your workouts. The next thing we're going to move into is our weightlifting. So our main focus is going to be on one lift, and that's going to be on split jerks. So this is the focus. That doesn't mean we're not going to snatch. We're still snatching. We're doing cleans every week. But the focus is going to be in the split jerks and overhead stability and position. Coming out of the last block was really cool with all our handstand holds and static holds. That seemed to help people kind of figure out where that stacked position is. Now we're going to translate that over to a barbell and use a barbell for the same instance. So every week we're going to be doing some relatively heavy singles of split jerks, depending on your technique, building up in singles. So it's going to start, relatively light and add weight each rep by feel. So those are meant not to be pushing your 1-rep max split jerk, but getting you to be able to execute perfect split jerks at higher and higher percentages of your actual 1-rep, and then hopefully progress that as well. The thing we're going to do after split jerks, every session that we'll do split jerks, we're going to have an overhead hold. So the idea is we're going to accumulate 2 minutes in an overhead static hold. Now, we are looking at a couple things here. Number one, obviously this is going to help your shoulder strength and stability, but it's once again going to start to teach you where you need to think about pulling your body to find the stacked position, to where your bones are all in straight lines going down so that you're supporting the weight efficiently and not like so, or with bent arms, or however that may be. Everybody's got a different issue, but I feel like this is going to help your overhead movements by a whole lot. Gymnastics, we're going to be working on strict ring dips and strict pull-ups during this block. So this is something we're going to do. Once again, like I said, we're doing a lot of EMOMs. We're going to use an EMOM for this stuff as well. We're going to be going in sub-maximal sets to help you guys try to never get to that point where you're hitting insane struggle and losing position during these gymnastic movements, but more or less adding your capacity to execute those movements well. So each week we're going to try to progress a little bit. They're going to build off each other. One week you're going to be doing strict ring dips and hollow hangs, holding from the pull-up bar in a hollow hang in a perfect position for an extended period of time. The next week is going to be in strict pull-ups with a hollow ring support on top of the ring dip rings. So you guys are going to get a lot of time in these different gymnastic variations. And each week we're going to try to add little by little so that we build your overall capacity there. Going into our Metcons, you guys are going to enjoy the shit out of this. This is your power output focus. So you guys are going to be pushing very, very, very hard for a short amount of time for a couple different pieces per week. So one of the benchmarks that we're going to make is a 50-calorie row for men and a 35-calorie row for women. Just to kind of give you an idea of where we're at, is that we're looking to really get in that short time period. This is going to be close to a 2-minute-ish range for some people, give or take, obviously. but a very hard effort for a short amount of time to just increase your overall power output. We're also going to be doing a work, rest, and repeat piece each week. That's not structurally taxing, so it won't be heavy, super heavy lifting or something that's super hard on your joints, but it'll allow you to put an insane amount of work in without having your body feel beat up afterwards. So that's the overall goal for this. Each week is going to build off of the week previous. So if you can, clearly the goal is to show up as much as possible. If you do happen to miss a week, we've got plans in place for where to put you for that. So if you miss week 2, don't get nervous about coming in week 3 because you missed week 2. We're still going to be able to make it work. In a perfect world, though, it would be really good to have you guys coming out. Just so you know, on the days, big days is what we're trying to make is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Obviously, are when most people tend to have the biggest attendance in class. So those days are going to have a lot of our focused pieces on those days. Not to say that Tuesdays and Thursdays aren't going to be important days as well. So everything that we're doing here is going to really progress you guys forward. But just to recap, higher rep deadlifts and front squats. We're going to be doing strict pull-ups and strict ring dips, split jerks, and power output in your Metcons. That's where we're going this next 6 weeks. We'll see you in the gym.